fantasy football, spooky Saturday night news and notes for week 8. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If this is your first time, welcome.
Welcome back. Now let's start with the head coaches. Bears head coach Matt Nagy will not be available for Sunday's game against the 49ers due to having COVID, being on COVID reserve list. This will be an interesting game to see how the offense of the Chicago Bears flourish or declines this Sunday. Interesting note about Nagy. He gets such a bad rep. But Matt Nagy is 31-24. And head coach of the 49ers, Shanahan, is 31-29. In that same span, basically. Numbers don't lie. Let's move forward. Dolphins head coach commits to Tua for the rest of the year. That's a good thing. Tua deserves that. No more Deshaun Watson talk for Miami Dolphins. Next, we have the quarterbacks. Browns quarterback Baker Mayfield has been practicing and expected to play this week. I can't say enough about this guy. Cowboys quarterback Dakota Prescott may not play. He's going to try to give it a go. It's a possible game time decision. Or they may just go ahead and start Cooper Rush, the backup quarterback. It's to be determined. We'll have to see what happens for Sunday Night Football. Panthers are still interested in Deshaun Watson. They're still in the mix. But screw Deshaun Watson. We're not getting caught up into that nonsense right now. The Texans will start Davis Mills again because Tyrod Taylor is not completely back versus the Rams. The Rams defense should eat this weekend against the Texans. Let's move to running backs. Antonio Gibson with a shin. He is not on the injury report. So he should be a full go for this Sunday. Alex Collins is questionable. He's slated to play against the Jags. Better matchup this week should equate to better numbers. Swift and Jamal Williams are both questionable. Both should play. Good luck to you if you have them. Tevin Coleman is out this week for the Jets. Rookie Michael Carter should get the lion's share of the work. I don't know how much that will relate to, but it should be a safe fantasy number if you want him in as your RB2 or your flex. Miles Sanders recently got put on IR this week. That means he will miss 3 games. He was week to week. So if you are a benefactor of having Kenneth Gainwell or Boston Scott to a lesser extent, feel free to plug in Kenneth Gainwell as an RB2 or possible flex. 3 weeks is what you get though, because Miles Sanders will be back after the 3rd week. Now let's talk about the Thursday night game that happened. Running back Kylan Hill. I'm sure most of you all saw the collision of the kick return. Suffered a season-ending knee injury Thursday night when I saw it. And yes, although I am a demonic type of possession the way you look at me for Halloween, I do watch football. Like what person does not watch football? That hit was very crucial. The other running back For the Cardinals, Jonathan Ward, he suffered a concussion. But unfortunately, the Green Bay special teamer, season-ending knee injury. We wish him a speedy recovery. Now, we should move forward with the wide receivers. Kenneth Golladay. Kenny Golladay is still out for the Giants. This boy is so glass. Just to think he was the top wide receiver free agent. Paid boatloads of money by the Giants. The Giants just spend money. Imagine how much money they have to spend. They can't make good decisions whatsoever. But Kadarius Toney is back practicing. So that should help out the Giants this week. Hopefully he does well. For the Jets, Corey Davis. He is doubtful versus Cincinnati. And he is unlikely to play for his hip injury. So they give other players the opportunity to show what they have. Showcase on the grand stage of Sunday football. For the Broncos, Jerry Jeudy. Yes, Jerry Jeudy is off the injury reserve and he's slated to play this week against Washington. So yes, if you have Jerry Jeudy and you've been waiting and you've drafted him with prime selection in your fantasy drafts, plug him in there if you don't have better options.
Make sure you press like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already.
Furthermore, Rams and Deshaun Jackson have mutually came to terms and decided to part ways. Similar to the Indianapolis Colts and Marlon Mack situation of a couple of weeks ago. Seeking trade partners. That's highly unlikely, but hopefully for Deshaun Jackson's sakes, it happens. He's 34 years old. He is no spring chicken. Julio Jones is out this week. That comes as no surprise. Julio Jones is glass. He's fine china. He's porcelain in the highest sense. Julio Jones. If he was picked in the first 2 rounds, he would have easily been in a ham and egger by now. Next. It's unfortunate, but Bruce Arians has said that Antonio Brown may be out for a while. Seems serious. And this week he was seen leaning on a crutch. It may be long term. So you owners of Antonio Brown, have contingency plans. Furthermore, Jared Goff stated this week that wide receiver Khalif Raymond is similar to Cooper Kupp. I don't know how much hogwash this is, but I feel like he has to say that. He's the most productive wide receiver on the team, on the struggling sorry team. I wouldn't put much stock into that. Devontae Parker is slated to play this week for Miami versus Buffalo. And Jarvis Landry says he'll be fine and he's certain he'll play from his injury this weekend. To tight ends now. On Thursday Night Football, unfortunately, we all witnessed Robert Tonyan, Big Bob Tonyan. He's tore his ACL, and it's unfortunate that he will miss the entire rest of the season. Mike Shanahan expects Kittle to be back next week. So all you Kittle lovers and Kittle endorsers, he should be back in your lineups next week. Darren Waller hurt a lot of his owners by pulling a no-show last week, but he should be available and expected to play this week as well. And last but not least, Austin Eckler didn't practice Thursday or Friday. He's hopeful to play. Likely to be a game time decision. The coach feels great about it. But he is Austin Eckler. He is fine china as well. So, I hope you all have a happy Halloween.
And may you win by a landslide this week. Flawless fantasy football. Like, comment, and subscribe, and happy Halloween.